So, first foremost, welcome everyone. And I'd like to show you how I'm prioritizing things. So what I'm doing when I'm going into the world, there's no collection, no anything, but I've got a lot of worlds. So how not to waste the time on, like those small things which are irrelevant, yes, but to focus only on what matters. So now the question is, your town is made out of the production buildings. Like I've got a terrace farms here, which gives me 12 forge points without motivation or polishing. Or is your town built on the, let's say, on the motivation polish buildings like they are here? Yes, so that's the question. If you have a production, yes, and you've got 8 hours, that's always, checking them. That's the priority, like me here, yes. And army as well, yes, you should know when your army roughly is being produced and to come here and collect it on time. If you use a computer, yes, you can use this add-on here, production overview, and you can do by production collection time. Wait a sec. Okay, sorry, I had to make a wee pause here. So we've got a time collection. You see some of the buildings have 8 hours here, and when I'm clicking on it, it's switching to 5 hours. Yeah, so you should keep a track on those buildings which produce you whatever you've got over there. Yes, so that's the crucial part. If you won't do it, and these are production buildings, and of course you will be telling to yourself many times, oh, I get plundered, for instance. Yes. Or you just losing on the production in general. Yeah, so that's not a let's say word of art to do such thing. But anyway, what I like to do is settlements. Yes, I'm not saying that you have to do them on 8 or 4 hours or whatever. You can do them or hourly or 15 minutes. You can do them literally on just one day. If you can't do it otherwise, just do, one day. One day will be okay as well. Why? Because after a whole month, let's say, you'll do a lot anyway, and you'll get better with each of the settlements. So if you've got, let's say, Vikings, yes, you'll do them once, you'll do them twice, and you know what you've done wrong at previous time, and you'll do it better. And then maybe you can log in, every 8 hours, yes, 3 times per day, in the morning, somewhere in the afternoon, and when you go into the bed, yes, maybe you can do it. And then you can set up sometimes 8 hours, sometimes, 4 hours, maybe you can do it. But if you won't do it, yes, then of course you want to get any progress. And I don't care on my towns, like all of my towns have good enough attack, yes, but that's the most important part. Now, if you raise your great buildings, if you raise your arc, and if you don't have too many blueprints, the next step, what I would do, yes, is collections, settlements, yes. The next step would be to go and check 1.9. I've got a few of the 1.9. You see talks like with my friend, I neglect them as long as I've got some time in hand. Like here, my friend needs fifth, and you know what, I won't make probably 4 points out of it. Yes, that's okay, because these people are helping you later with 1.9, so it's crucial for you to give them a hand as well. And when I'm going to towns, then I'm trying to, or 5 and 5, that's 10 exactly. So I won't make a single profit on it, but that's okay. At least, those 6 forge points here, I've used them and they are now in the building, which will give me that back. Yes, so that's a good thing as well. I'm just checking for urgent messages. Nothing, no urgent messages, just the chat with my friend. That's okay. Yes. Then the map. Look, map have produced something. Yes, and that's going to be a waste. If that's going to be a waste, do I have any collections from any like Himeji Castle of Space Carrier? No, none. Okay, so if it's none, I can just attack them on a quick fight. I don't care that it's wounded. I really don't give a hoot about that. I just literally go with it, trying to do it as quickly as possible. Yes, like I don't care that I've got one less unit. Oh, now I will care because my unit is wounded too much, so I can lose with the next fight. But you save up time when you're doing those things, when you can afford to do those things, because if you don't, of course, you have to do one by one and waste a lot of time. And yes, that's time consuming, but you see, I've done this town, you know, like a daily small collection of small things and readjustment of few things. And this aura on on Mars, yes, now we'll need another 8 hours, which is no fun, because at this time, you know, my 8 hours will be when I'll be probably sleeping, because that will be a midnight. But that's okay. When I will wake up in the morning, it will be ready. Yes. So it's good. And now I can leave this town for X amount of hours until the collection or whatever. Yes. That's okay. Let's go to Brisgar, because US too. Because two of the worlds which I'm developing now are Brisgard US and Arvahal Polish. And the rest is just keep steady growth, but I'm not doing, you know, like anything extraordinary. Here I'm trying to aid for the max upgrade of the event building, which I'm short not a lot now. So what do we have here? Oh, that's another task done. So one more and that's it. That's it. Oh, let's fight it. Fight it. Forget it. No losses even. See? Collect it. And that's the last task, because that's 45 out of 55 and it's only 9 days left. So as soon as I'll do this task, yes, I can just literally have this task finished and will be up to date with all the tasks. So I'll build those decorations later after the video. I don't want to waste your time. See, here is something to collect. So I'm doing those collections because then I can put another to produce and I can use them. Yes. And that's what I'm doing quickly. And now I'm forgetting. And that's why I can have many towns, go through them quickly, don't chat with people, don't do anything. And then once a day, find the time maybe to talk to people. Yes. And not neglect them. Of course, if you run a guild, it's a different story and you have to spend some time on that as well. Yes, but you should never create a guild where you are, you know, alpha and omega of everything, because if you do such thing, you won't have time on other things. Yes, guild is a team and team should know their rights and their duties. Yes, they should have their own duties. And if they don't have duties, well, that's your problem. You should create those duties. Yes. Continental map again. You see, I don't have to do the continental map. And to be true, I've neglected it, because here, if I'll go, that will block me the repetitive quests. So I can't touch it. I need to go through the top to here. Yes. And when I'll do it, I'll have an expansion slot, and then that will be, you know, that will be happy days. I think one is here, and that's worth doing. So continental map, so collections, yes, and move on to another town. Then if you've got, like me, many towns, then it's okay. Now, I know, yes, I know that there might be some guild stuff and so on going on, and I agree that it's worth, you know, to checking up. But more than that is here, motivate and polish them, because if they won't give you the same back, then your town won't be motivated. And if you've got a big collections, big town, then you will start to notice, like here, it's not motivated. You see, not motivated, not motivated, not motivated, not motivated. And it's, you know, and it's only like 5 hours to the time. So if you don't have motivation on those buildings because you don't motivate them, then that's unfair with them and that's unfair with you. Yes. And I know that now we've got 140 members you can have, you know, like a friends. So it is, you know, more challenging to do it with all of them plus guild members. Yes, I know it, but you can, you know, even if you do 50, yes, 50 of friends and 50 of the guild mates, if your guild is quite big, that's a-okay. Yes, here I don't have to check 1.9. I want to check Polish Brisgard as well, because I've got a small guild, as I've told that in the gameplay recording. So I want to check that town as well. Maybe something's happening over there. So I would like to know it. And to be true, you know, that's the basic thing. And how much I've spent on it, you can see the video. It wasn't that long, you know, it was about 10 minutes long. And that's what I've done, you know, like not a lot. Oh, cathedral. Okay, that's done. I don't care about the collection. That's fine. Here, yes, here is what it is here. It's 19. Okay, so that's fine. That's okay. So you see, so collection done. Now the oh, that's good. That's a good thing because we've got 8 hours done here. Okay, so now I need collect all of those and just run the production, and that will be the settlement completed. You see, even though you don't do it, like you're losing on time here. You don't have those extra perks. I don't give a hoot about them, yes, but I need the upgrade. So I will finish this one, and then the next two I will finish. I will have upgrades. So it is worth to do the next two, and I need to just put them on 8 hours production. That's it. I don't need a wool. Wool was done. I can put it as well. I don't care. So you see, so now you're up to date with so many towns in such short time, yes? And you see, it's only a few minutes, you're doing it, and you go into the next one, and you're going to the next one. And then there is only one problem. You have to decide which town you do what and hold to that thought and do it, make a progress only in that direction. So if you will say, for instance, that here it's only to get diamonds from the GE, because you don't want to make so many events to get so many fountains, yes, and so many wishing wells, and then upgrades for them to squeeze them more even in your town, and you know, and spend so much time on this town. It's easier to get all 3 great buildings to the attack, make it so that they are on a 10th level, Zeus, Cathedral of Ocean, and Castle Del Monde. And once they are on the 10th level, you've got already 90 boost to your attack, 90%. You can then do several events because 150 only percent is needed in the Iron Age to fight in the GE. If you want to auto fight, well, you need over 200. Yes, like take 8 times artillery and go for the whole GE. Then yes, but if you want to just fight in the GE, then you need about 150 and 150, and you're good to go. Yes, you can complete the whole GE. So yeah, so that's prioritizing, you know, is the crucial part of me playing, because if I would go now and to the chat and I would start chat with people, then yeah, that would be a problem. But guess what? If I don't need to go, if I don't need to chat, if I can only go and collect, I can do far more in this game than the average person. Hope that makes sense to you, because some of you are asking me, and that's not even a person today, one person, but you know, in general, people were asking me, how can I manage so many worlds, yes, simultaneously? So that's the secret. Don't do unnecessary things. Do several events, quit. If you don't have this town to be your main town, quit. Just do those few events so you can increase the number of forge points and your attack, and then do the G. When you will be doing GE, you'll get terrace farms on the 2nd level, and you'll get a lot of forge points out of them because it's 12 forge points. Yes. And then when you will be doing GE, guess what? You'll be doing diamonds. And then focus mainly on Arc. Why? Because Arc will give you free medals. That means city expansions. That means more forge points, more attack. Yes. And that's what you need. Because with the rest, you'll be okay. But forge points and the attack are 2 crucial elements of this game. Yes, that's what you should try to achieve if you care about the performance. What else I can tell you? Yeah, so you know, continental map, settlements, small collections, no chatting with people, tavern as well. Yes, tavern as well. That's a really important part. And the events. Yes, if you can do in the events, then that's brilliant. If you can't, do on those major worlds which you have, and then neglect the rest. Why you need to do always events on all of the worlds? What would be a point? You are a copycat, or I don't know. I don't know, you know, like why? why you would spend so much time on the event on so many worlds? What's the purpose of the other worlds? You're looking for better friends over there, or ask yourself this: how much do you want out of this game? You want more diamonds? Okay, destroy the towns you have, create a new ones only in the Iron Age. Ask your friends to help you out, give them goods first, then collect those goods from those people, build what you need to build, get blueprints from your friends, put the arc, raise the arc, and be happy with the Iron Age. If you've got few towns of Iron Age, they are low maintenance towns. You don't need a guild for them, you don't need anything for them, yes? You can be self-sufficient. Then your friends can help you with 1.9 if you want to raise some of those great buildings, yes? And that's it, that's you. Why bother with so many towns if you don't plan to develop them? I do have those towns. Why? Because it's a Polish servers, and you can see on the chat that people are sending in between worlds. See, oh no, that's good. But here 300 for here for F world. Yes, Feldran here. So I can write to this person. I'll give him on the F world, Feldran here, and he will give me on the Brisgard here. 100 for G world, 250 for F world, 100 for A world. Yes, you see, that's what it is. Not from C world. That's a lot of those conversations. D world. Yes, so on all of those worlds, people are swapping forge points, and I can't do it on the US. Yes, and here is some conversation. Okay, so anyways, I went into reading, that's what you should avoid if you care. But anyways, that's it. That's everything. I showed you how I'm maintaining a quite good performance. I'm focusing only on several towns, like one Polish and one US, which are two accounts. I need to log in separately, and I don't have diamond share on both of them. And I'm looking after A world on Polish, and I'm looking after the Brisgard on US, and I'm still developing Honsmure. And sometimes when I've got time, like a bit Arvahal, but Arvahal is neglected. I'm just raising the arc now to be true, and I want to raise Truss and arc, and that's it. But Brisgard and Honsmure are only two on the US, and Arvahal here on the Polish one, and Brisgard just a bit, like 1.9 mainly. I don't do a lot of fighting. I don't do a lot of everything. I just do when I've got time. When I don't have time, I neglect. And for sure, I'm neglecting the chat because chat is consuming the most of my time in game. Thank you guys, and hopefully you won't make such error as I did by creating so many worlds, and then spending hours and hours each and every day to maintain them, because I can spend 10 to 15 minutes per day on the game, but I choose to spend 2 to 4 hours, and I don't like it to be true. I don't like it. So don't make the same mistake as I did. Prioritize, avoid chats, and build only those great buildings which give you instant value, which you can raise. Don't build the great buildings which you will just put and they will be lying on the low level. Apart from Tor, all others should be raised and raised and raised, because if you don't raise them, guess what? They will waste more space than you could build over there some event building or GE building. Yes. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.